Let's get started with the potatoes. This meal is going to be out of sight for you, okay? Cut these up into little chunks, just like this. And then I am going to drop them right into this pan, sprinkle it a little bit of seasoning, and put the butter in, and it'll be good. Now that my potatoes are all cut up, I am going to take and put on, I use this seasoning salt that I make, and it's the easiest thing in the world. It is 2 parts, whether it's 2 cups, 2 gallons, doesn't matter. 2 parts of Montreal steak, 2 parts of Cajun seasoning. Excuse me, 1 part of Cajun seasoning and 1 part of Johnny's. You can eyeball it, get it close. So 2, 1, and 1. I'll put it in the description. Then I take, and this is what really makes these potatoes good. I'll sprinkle around just like that. Since it kind of comes out in 1 part, I'll mix it up just like that. Kind of spread it around, kind of get them evenly coated. I use it on steaks. I use it on everything. And then for the for these many potatoes, just cover the more butter the better, but sometimes it will drown, and it'll be floating butter. So this much, I would put in probably about a half a cube of butter. Just spread it around like that, so when it melts, it's not all on one side of the pan, okay? And just like that. And now the finish touch is to take and put on foil and wrap it, and I mean wrap it really super well. You don't want any steam escaping. And then I'm going to take and put this into the oven for 45 minutes, 1 hour, guaranteed it will be done and really super good and ready to go. So anyway, I'll crimp this on there, and I'll see you when I take it out of the oven with the ribs. Now that I have my ribs pretty much cleaned up, cut up, I won't get into showing how to take the membrane off the back. If you don't know how to do that, you can find it anywhere. I'll try to list it on my website. And now this, I call it Dino's Mix. I'm Dino. I mixed something I came across, and then it worked for me, so I kept it. So spread it around. It really doesn't matter. You can take and have this meat set, and you'll, like if you were to do this on the barbecue, just let it set and you'll see it just all of a sudden it just starts soaking in. And Montreal, some about this Montreal steak mix is something about it. It brings out all the flavors of everything. So I got my pan all set and ready, and I will take and put the ribs in just like that, bone down, not meat, just like that. And then I will take and pour in 1 can of beer. Okay, you can use any kind of beer you want, light beer, heavy beer, IPA, whatever that you want. Just like that. Now, I am going to take and foil this up, and I'm going to put it in the oven for 1 hour. And in 1 hour, I will open it up, poke it, see how tender they are. If you want it fall off the bone, just go an hour and a half and you should be good. But I like mine with a little slight tug, the meat coming off the bone. So anyway, I'm going to put this on, 350 degrees. Check on my description right down below, and it'll have anything else. Maybe I forgot something, but I really don't think I did. Put the foil on there just like that. Try to get it as airtight as you possibly can. This is kind of a funky pan. I normally use some aluminum foil tins, but I'm out. So I found this. It'll work just fine. Okay, 350, 1 hour. Then you can open it up and check it and see what the tenderness is. Now that I took them out of the oven and they're to the tenderness that I want, I put it on the barbecue, and the coals are not too high and close to those ribs because you don't want it to burn. I set it for 3 minutes, and then I spritz it, turn it. I'll see you in 3 minutes. It was 3 minutes, so I flipped them, and I give it a quick spritz so that way you don't dry that skin out, okay? I'll see you in another 3 minutes. And just keep doing this. If I can get my finger out of the way, keep doing this every 3 minutes until it's that golden brown that you like it. I'll see you when it's golden brown. There is that goldenness I'm looking for. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these off, if I could do this one-handed, and I'm going to put them in direct heat and get them away from that coal. And I'm going to start barbecuing them down, sauce, and get those nice and coated. And when it gets to the where it's kind of glazed where I want it, I'll pull it off and I'll go from there. I think they're just right. Let's see if I can zoom in on these. I mean, they're looking exceptionally good. Okay, so now all I do is I take them in, and I'm going to put the potatoes that I made, and I'll show you the final meal. Okay, I'm going to cut these up right now, and if you want a really nice smooth cut, I would really invest in an electric knife. It's not that much money, and it really helps. It doesn't tear. Now that I have cut the ribs real nice, you can see how they cut real smooth. The potatoes, and actually, I don't know if I mentioned it, but it took 1.5 hours in the oven. So close it up and walk away and forget it, and just set your alarm. Now the potatoes that I did are all looking good. I will try to eyeball it and cut it right in half. I've got this other rack of ribs to my right, okay? Now I'm going to take these potatoes and go around the meat just like that. As awfully big pan that I've got. That's why it looks a little smaller. Okay, maybe I'll take and put the other rack ribs with this. I was going to take and wrap this one, save it for dinner, maybe give it a quick heat up. You could just put your ribs on the plate, potatoes on the plate, and then you're ready to go. And the other second one, you can eat it tomorrow, or you could take and give it to your next door neighbor, give it to a friend, give it to a girlfriend if you want to impress her. And it'll make that person really happy. So anyway, I really appreciate you watching my video, and I hope this works out for you.